Hello and welcome to this latest edition of TransylGamer with me, Count Pixel. In this episode, we have a couple of heroes and the male equivalent of Lara Croft. So without further ado, on with the action. To kick us off today, we have a sequel to a game I've not long finished, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. The sequel is amazingly called Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. Now Drake's Fortune passed me by when it was released, but it was a big hit for the PS3 and a lot is expected from number 2. You again take on the role of Nate Drake, this time trying to uncover what happened to Marco Polo on his way back from China in 1292. You would have thought someone would have done this sooner, or were they just waiting for the invention of sat-nav? Now for those of you who didn't play it, Drake's Fortune is very much Tomb Raider without the ponytail. Overall the game was good fun, apart from some issues with the camera where it felt like it was dangling on a thread from a shopping trolley, you had so little control. From what we've seen of Uncharted 2, it does look as though developer Naughty Dog has gone for the same crazy camera angles, especially when you're in the process of climbing up a cliff face or some such. Uncharted 2 promises new controls and new animations that add extra depth to the character of Nate. In Uncharted 1, he would exhale loudly when he only just grabbed onto a ledge or evaded bullets. In 2, these have apparently been added to. It will be more about Nate as a person without getting too angsty. We don't want it to be Uncharted 90210 now, do we? The locales too have been expanded upon. Most of Uncharted was set in the jungle or underground. In Uncharted 2 you now get snow scenes and cityscapes. These levels look beautifully detailed with all manner of stuff lying on the ground, and much of it can be used as cover. One thing we are hoping for is a move away from the zombies that we'd felt spoiled the first game. Having stayed mostly in the realm of the believable, the zombies really felt out of place. What is totally new though is the multiplayer. Now I'm not a huge multiplayer fan, but we can see how this will add to the game, plus the co-op moves look great. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves will be hitting the PS3 exclusively later this year. When it comes to games on the Wii, very few really stir much of an interest in me, apart from that is No More Heroes. It's wonderfully over the top in terms of content, with plenty of gore, profanity, and just about everything else that gets the censors running for their red pens and column space in the Daily Mail. The way the hero, if you can call him that, Travis Touchdown, recharges his beam katana is rather suggestive to say the least, and the place he goes to save his game is unique, to put it mildly. If you played the game you know what I mean. If you haven't, let's just say he likes a bit of a sit down. What was best about it though was that it looked good and played good on the Wii, an achievement few games manage. It also had a lot of humour, although the coconut collecting missions did get tiresome very quickly. In Desperate Struggle there is more method to Travis's madness, as he's out for revenge after his friend and supplier of Mexican wrestling films has been murdered. As it's Travis, he's probably more upset over the lack of films than his friend's murder. This of course means that he will have to deal with more bad guys than a convention of mafia hitmen. To do this, he now has not just one beam katana, but two. This means he can dispatch the nefarious wrongdoers with multicoloured explosions of pink and blue. The baddies can fight back with moves of their own too, as it seems they've spent the time, since No More Heroes, taking martial arts lessons. Also expect lots of boss fights, as in the original, and don't think that they'll be any easier or less frustrating, because they won't be. One of the bosses even sports a 1980s style ghetto blaster that not only transforms into cybernetic armour, but also a rocket launcher. I don't remember Amstrad making one with those features. If you like to play around with Travis's clothes in the original, you'll be pleased to know that you can once again dress him up exactly how you want. Travis will want to look good too, as the sultry assassin Sylvia also returns for Desperate Struggle. I also hope he has kept his really cool bike, but they have improved the steering. One of my biggest complaints about the original game was that although the town of Santa Destroy was big, there really was less to do than a night out in Antarctica. Desperate Struggle, though, promises a smaller and more action-packed reworking of the town, which should be good. Expect No More Heroes Desperate Struggle sometime in early 2010 on the Wii. So if, like us, you have stood in front of your TV, madly pressing the buttons on a plastic guitar pretending to be Slash and other rock guitarists who we can't remember the names of, now you have the chance to stand in front of your TV and pretend to be a DJ with DJ Hero. Yes, with a forthcoming release, you too can add to your collection of strange plastic musical instruments with a fake turntable too. Unlike the guitar, it only features 3 coloured buttons, but you will be able to, according to Activision, spin and scratch more than 100 songs into unique mixes and become the life of the party. Okay. It does have a fader, so you can switch between tracks or have both playing at the same time to create your own unique musical blend. Not sure if you get a slip mat, but then I always thought they were what people have to stop them falling over in the bath. And it's not just R&B and dance music that you get to mix. You have a lot of other genres such as classical, country, organ. Oh, sorry, hang on a minute, that's not right. No, you get hip-hop, electronica, pop, rock and Motown. Just as with Guitar Hero, where you got to play in some of the biggest venues going, you get to do the same with DJ Hero, with locales such as a Hollywood Hills mansion or a beach party in Ibiza. Also expect to see some of the biggest names in mixing such as DJ Shadow, DJ AM and Grandmaster Flash, for those all-important challenges that you have come to expect from the Hero games. Our only wonder is, what Hero game is next? Trumpet Hero maybe? Well, that's it for today. Come by soon for the next episode. Bye!